Hey, nice to see you out and about.
Not a very sensitive thing to say to a homeless person.
Carla's not kicked you out.
No, it's my decision to leave as it happens.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know. Hopefully not far. I'm gonna view a flat share in the precinct in a bit.
Seriously? That's not gonna be the same as living with family, is it? People who are looking out for you.
I'm old enough to look out for myself.
No, of course you are. I'm just saying that with how difficult it is.
I am going to be fine, okay?
Okay. Do you want anything?
No, I'm all right. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're getting a pay rise.
And that's as likely as you hitting a topsy.
Oh, naff off. You're never going to let me live that down, are you?
They'd just put that in an email, though, wouldn't they?
I reckon it's something bigger.
What could be bigger than a pay rise?
Something strategic. I definitely reckon they want to turn it into one of those theme pubs.
Karaoke. You and your massive top C's, you'll be all over it.
You're not kidding.
Let's just wait and see, shall we?
I reckon that's a good idea.
Perhaps we could go somewhere a little more private.
No, it's fine. Whatever you've got to say, you can say in front of my staff.
As you wish. The Rover's Return has its own distinctive style. Yeah, the old British boozer, spit and sawdust. Yeah, and whilst we can appreciate that some of your clientele...
Look, I'm sorry,
might...
but could you just get to the point?
The pub is nevertheless part of a chain, a very successful chain. And as such, we've decided to give it a rebrand in order to bring it into the fold, so to speak.
I don't suppose a bit of tartar nut would be the worst thing in the world.
Well, yeah, there's wiping its face, but then there's completely ripping its guts out and leaving us with nothing but a soulless identikit boozer.
Yeah, precisely. And correct me if I'm wrong, but there was no talk of bringing it into the fold when you bought Newnham Ridley.
You're right. But looking at it in context of the bigger picture, management now feel this is likely to be the best thing going forward.
Oh, it does it?
And when is all this gonna happen?
Well, once the decision was made, it was thought the most sensible course of action would be to begin straight away. Especially as we have contractors ready to go on another project who could be redeployed here. As this was seen to be more urgent.
When you say straight away...
This will be your final day of trading as the Rover's Return.
You are kidding me.
But what about us? You know, while the work's going on.
Yeah. I hope you're planning on paying us properly for the time we're off, because none of this is our fault.
Actually, I'm also here to tell you that your contracts have been terminated. With immediate effect.
There's no way you can do this.
I understand you're upset.
Upset? This is our livelihood you're talking about here. I'm a single parent.
Hey, you're going to have to give us redundancy pay.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you'll find that isn't the case with zero-hours workers, which you are.
No, this is ridiculous, right? Because I am the manager of this pub, and until I receive an official letter telling me that this...
Apologies, of course.
Ah, well, you know what? No one's gonna use your stupid new pub because people love this place.
You're not going to get away with this.
I think you'll find that our company's au fait with the legalities of the situation. I refer you to the final paragraph.
What's going on?
Well, apparently they're sacking us all and closing the place down.
I don't care what jargon your fancy legal department uses. I asked one of your reps, and they said that there would be no staff changes. None.
I'm afraid our reps aren't really in a position to give those kind of assurances. That hiring and firing's a little outside their remit.
So clearly your company's run by a load of crooks whose word means nothing.
Look, I understand this has come as a bit of a shock. But the reality of the situation is we're a large organisation with equally large resources.
I'm not sure the David versus Goliath scenario is going to be a good look for your company if it ever comes out, though, eh?
Sorry, you are...
I'm a concerned neighbour.
Obviously, we would be happy to enjoy your custom in the future, Mr...
Mr. Barlow.
Mr. Barlow. But in the meantime, I think you should start packing away your stuff. What with the team arriving first thing to board the place up?
I don't think so.
Actually, if we could just finalise... OK, you've had your fun.
Fun? You've just sacked us all for no reason, without warning, as well as running roughshod over the whole community. Believe me, matey, nobody thinks this is fun.
Here, what I don't get is why have you sacked us? Because you're going to need all us lot once you've tarted this place up.
And you're more than welcome to reapply.
Reapply?
Fair play, how pointless is that?
You can shove your job where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, I should point out a regional manager is already in place. But we will be advertising for a deputy manager.
Surely, as manager, you're not on a 0 hours contract as well.
No.
Well, it sounds to me like she's got a pretty good case for unfair dismissal.
I think you'll find that a solicitor would say...
Yeah, I am
that-
a solicitor. Jenny, dig out your contract. I'll take a look later. No charge.
Sack you.
Actually-
Surely they can't just...
Can we talk about something else?
OK. Well, the reason that I popped in was to apologise for yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, for being paranoid about Ryan.
Forget it.
No, it was unfair, and it's just...
Really? It's fine.
So how is he then?
You really want to talk about Ryan?
What you care about, I care about.
Well, apparently he's thinking about moving to the precinct. I've just messaged to see how he's got on.
Which you don't think is a good idea.
He's not ready to go it alone. No support system, no one who understands what he's been through. Correction. He's no longer thinking about doing it, he's actually doing it. Flat number 4. And before you say it, I know, he's not my problem.
Actually, I was going to say, do you want to go around and talk to him? Maybe try and convince him to move back in with Carla?
Can't. Jenny's in the back room, she's... It's all just a mess.
OK, so you go give Jenny some TLC, and I'll shoot around the precinct, see how Ryan's getting on.
Really?
Of course. Oh, thank you.
So we can't motley crew him?
As far as business strategies goes, it's monumentally unorthodox, alienating the very people whose custom they rely on. If that's how they're going to be, I think you're best off out of it.
It's easy for you to say.
What about upstairs? What about me?
You've got 4 weeks, by the looks of it.
So we don't have a case.
Well, they'll have a team of solicitors, cannons on the lawn. You could fight them, but you'll have to pay costs if they win, and they will.
What, even with you in a wig?
I'm not a barrister.
What's the difference?
Right, what does LA law say?
Basically, in a nutshell, we haven't got a cat in hell's chance.
You neither, I'm afraid.
I see.
They just bulldoze over us. Like flies to wanton boys we are.
Well, there is one thing we could do. Last day of trading. Pub full of booze.
She's right. Jaco?
Round up the locals. We'll drink this pub dry.
Come on.
How's Ryan?
There was an incident. Just some young kids in the precinct. He lost his rag, but it's okay.
Idiots. Yeah, help yourself.
Sweet.
Oh, your money's no good, Kirk.
What's wrong with my money?
It's free. All night. New policy every Tuesday.